Welcome to the Soul of Innovation podcast. I am Thomas Anglero. And there are some days formulating a thought, putting together words just feels impossible. There's just some days that it all doesn't come together. And sometimes those days turn into weeks, and sometimes those weeks turn into months. And one thing I've learned in this crazy roller coaster of a life that I've lived and that you're probably living is that those periods that when things just can't make sense, it does not determine who you are. It just tells you you're on a path of growth. And that's what I'll remind you, is that when you're in troubled times, when you are experiencing hardships, unemployment, your partner took your kid from you, you didn't make it, you weren't selected to that team or that project, you just got a letter in the mail that you didn't want to get, that's nothing but bad news. Or you got a phone call that almost destroyed you. Those trying moments are moments of growth, but while you're in it, it feels like hell. It feels like the world is coming apart. You start feeling sorry for yourself. Everything feels so bad. You start looking at things. It just all seems upside down. If not even upside down, it seems as if there are swords. Everything's coming at you. Let me tell you something. I apologize. Let me tell you something. It's all going to get better, because this trial, this period of time you're in, which I've seen so many times in my life, the way to get through it, the way I am getting through my situations that I have right now, is that I am visualizing where I want to be, what I am doing, the path in which I get there from this moment now to that visualization that I see myself. I don't care about that. I don't know what that path is. I don't know who I'm going to meet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what inspiration it's going to kick in to get me to that place. But the one thing that has worked for me, time and time again, year and year again, decade and decade again, showing my age, is that I visualize and see where I am meant to be, who I am meant to be, who I will be talking to, and how I will be talking to them, how I will be dancing with them, how I will be eating with them, how I will be bowing amongst them. The path to get there doesn't matter. When my mindset is so clearly focused that I can see those things, and I could take a pen and write on a piece of paper, these are the goals. This is what I will achieve. This is what I will have. This is what I will be surrounded by, where I can almost draw a picture on a piece of paper in that moment, then I'm on to something. Then I'm on my path. Then the challenges that are happening around me right now, they're just annoyances. There are things that were supposed to happen to me to push me off the path, to push me off that freaking whatever decisions that I made in the past that put me into the wrong direction that would have destroyed me later on. The universe has changed everything and put me in a horrible situation that I think is horrible, but it's just saying, you need to turn around. You need to snoodent. You need to change what you're doing, who you're doing, how you're doing it. And you need to go in a new direction. Life's difficulties are actually blessings, but you have to have that visualization to see that it's a blessing and get to your blessing as fast as possible, to get to that visualization as fast as possible. I want to yell at all of you, and I want to yell especially at myself for the times of doubt that I have, that I forget that it's the visualization, that is the most powerful gift that we have. Scientists today, go into some tech stuff. Scientists today, and keep it really simple, they have proven that electrons do not know what they are at the quantum level. They have no characteristic until we see them. What scientists realize, what all that means is that tomorrow, the next moment from right now that has not happened, is yet to be determined and is only determined by you. Your thoughts determine the next moment, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, your life. So when you visualize where you want to be, who you want to be, and how you want to be, all of a sudden, all the electrons, the entire planet, everything that makes the planet, air itself, changes to create your visualization for you. This is not mumbo jumbo. This is reality. Finally, scientists are figuring out, saying, we don't understand how it works that way, but we understand that when people think, when people see, they change reality. They literally change the composition of things. So if we know that from a scientist's point of view, and you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the universe, you don't believe in anything, but you believe in tech, because everybody's believing in technology. Well, technology is now saying that your thoughts control reality. So therefore, if you're in the middle of crap right now, you don't have a job, you have a drug problem, you have a drinking problem, you're divorced, kids hate you, pick any one of life's horrible situations. You don't have any money. You want to have money. You want to have your kids back. You want to be loved. You want to be in a great relationship. Visualize it. Visualize it with incredible passion, with incredible intensity. You visualize it so hard that you start drooling, and then the universe makes it happen for you. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next week. But all the pieces start going into place. Now, you do not sit on your sofa and wait. What you do is you take your enthusiasm, you take your energy with that visualization, and you go, okay, what's next? What do I feel? What do I feel? Where do I go? And you know what to do next. And then you've begun. And you're no longer sitting in a situation saying, feeling sorry for yourself and having grief and all that crap. You're now in a proactive mindset and you're achieving incredible stuff and doing things you never thought you would do before, saying things you never thought you would say before, meeting with people you thought would never meet before, because you're thinking in a completely different way. You are driven to your visualization. Visualize, visualize, visualize. As we approach this new year and people making New Year's resolutions, you want a more powerful New Year's resolution? Don't say, I'm not going to do this like I did last year. I learned my lessons. Those are wonderful things to say. I want you to see yourself. Sit down in a chair, shut off the telephone, shut off the mobile, shut off the internet. Sit down in a chair and see where you're destined to be. And that is the greatest gift you could give yourself. Now, that's a hell of a New Year's resolution. Because when you see where you're meant to be, then there's nothing that's going to stop you, because everything's going to push you there. People around you are going to say, you know what? How about, I want you to have you try this. You're going to give you opportunities. The phone's going to start ringing. Emails are going to come in. It's going to be like, what the hell's going on? I remember a few years ago, I was getting calls every day to do speeches all over the world. I was in the middle of it. It was exciting. And you know why? Because I visualized it years before. I said, that's going to be my everyday. And it was my everyday. I have a new visualization now. But I don't forget the fact that years before I visualized that I would be the most wanted public speaker in all of Europe. And I achieved that for years in a row. Now I think, what do I want to do now? Where do I want to be? Where do I see myself? That's all it takes. That's why I always say, go forth and seek beauty and light. That's it. Your beauty in life is who you are meant to be. Do not let anybody stop you. Do not let anybody's comments interrupt your thought process, interrupt your day. Ignore them all. Go forth and spread your beauty and your light and kill it. You are meant to be happy. You are meant to be loved. You are meant to be surrounded by love. And the way you get there is visualize. Visualize who you are and where you are and what's your situation, and it will happen. I am your biggest fan. I truly, truly believe in you. Listen to this episode of this podcast over and over again if you have any damn doubts. I don't care if you are 80 years old or if you are 12 years old. You got this. You got this. You got this. Visualize your way to happiness and to love. Visualize your way into a better life that you deserve. And if you have any moments of doubt, contact me. It's not crazy. I'm always here. If anything, I wish more people would contact me. That's how much love I have for you. That's how much I'm committed to help you. So, again, go forth and spread beauty and light. I love you. I'm Thomas Anglero. Until next time. Thank you for listening to that episode. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on my website at anglero.com, and you can also subscribe to the newsletter. Or you can find me anywhere on social media with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you very soon.